don't know why I can't find this on Facebook. My Facebook, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what you did, man, but we are live everywhere. So it's all you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to FCBR Live this fabulous July 20th Monday morning. We are here with President-elect 2021 Stephen Flannery, the third. Can't forget that. I put that in the title too.
It's important to put the third in the title, not to be confused with SF2.
I agree. I know your dad, and I agree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
If anybody tries to find me on Facebook and you see Stephen Flannery and it's not my smiling face, do not accept the friend request. So, well, good morning, everybody. Glad you guys are here and attending. I hope everybody survived the weekend pretty well. And hopefully the brother guessers are wrong and it's not going to be so hot this week, but I doubt that's going to be the case. So, just wanted to, I was talking with Amanda here over the last few weeks and just want to take a brief moment as your president-elect and just kind of talk about a few things and get gearing toward 2021. Believe it or not, it will be here before we know it. I mean, it's already middle of July. Installations in, what, November, December?
December.
So that'll be here real quick. Excuse me. But hey, it's been, I know it's been kind of weird with the board here lately due to COVID-19, but there's been a lot of exciting stuff going on. Clearly, you can see we have improved communications thanks to Amanda and her initiative there as our AE. I mean, Zoom has been really, I think, a really good tool that we've implemented to be able to, A, continue to do business and B, just to stay in contact with you, our members, which is very important because I know everybody can't get to meetings, everybody can't make all the events, but we need to stay in contact with you and I think our communication has gotten better, the Zoom has gotten better, our publicity has definitely gotten better. A lot of good flyers, a lot of good communication there. So that wasn't me, that had to be you, Amanda.
It was.
Okay, so that's been going on. If you haven't following along here. Something else that's been going on that's really exciting is the creation and the working group, the organizational task force. I know you members have seen a survey come out, one already. I know there's going to be another survey. Man and I were just discussing that prior to going live. Another survey coming out, but keep those in mind. It's really looking at some things that we had a work group last year with Bruce Matza, and who is luckily a consultant through mayors to help out local associations. And we had a brainstorming group then. There was a few items that were seen to be important, and now we're trying to just kind of ferret those out a little bit more. And so your input in these surveys and as we go forward is going to help the task force. The task force really is more of a recommending group, so we're not making decisions, but we're gathering information. And so that's been really exciting. I've been enjoying sitting on there. I know we have, who is it, Ginger Brinker, Derek Schriever, Sulian Taylor. Jeannie gets in there every once in a while, and then so does Bob. And a lot of good input looking to the future. So if you're interested in that, anybody can attend. I don't see why anybody couldn't attend, but we do Zoom, and it is real good. It's a lot of fun. It's exciting. A lot of ideas being discussed. And then the cool thing about it is, even with brainstorming, we've got ideas popping up that weren't even on our radar. And so, we make little notes and we circle back to them. So I think we're moving in the right direction there. Also, just kind of some calendar things to just really push this up is upcoming elections. Right now, I know Amanda's reached out to everybody via email asking for nominations. And the way we're set up is there's a nominating committee that our president, Gina, will appoint, but to give them a little help, we're looking for nominations from you, the members. And so if you look at it like nominations from the floor, this is that time period. This is really the nominations from the floor kind of essence. Get that, you'll go to the nominating committee and be looked at. and we'll go forward. But it's good that we have quality leaders getting nominated and members that are interested in being on the board, getting those names to go forward. Because, it does take a certain individual to cut time out and be dedicated to the board. Takes a certain dedication there and a lot of patience at times, but we really need your help to get these candidates. So please don't gloss over the email. If you know somebody who may be interested, just shoot their names. In addition to that, we're starting to get bios on people. I mean, we know each other at the golf tournaments and the events, but there's probably other skills and knowledges. I don't even know if that's a real word, but a lot of skills and expertise out there that our members have that we don't know, because not everybody has this industry as a primary business, and not everybody started in real estate. They bring talents from other sectors of the workforce. So I think having bios going forward, something we're working on, is going to help you, the members, elect quality leaders. So let's see. Boom! I just already blew through like 3 things right there. Didn't even know it. So, and then also golf is coming up. I can't help to push that. Golf tournament is one of the largest fundraisers we do for our board as well as organizations. It's a great time to mingle with the members, have a few cocktails, swap a few stories. This year, it's not going to be during a cold rainstorm because we're doing it in August. So, it's going to be like the Gobi Desert out there. But it's a lot of fun, and it's a time for us to interact with each other that it's not in a meeting or in a transaction setting. So keep that in mind. And then
float trip.
Oh yeah, float trip. The RPAC float trip's coming up. So hopefully some of the members are watching today. If you don't know what RPAC is, it's the Realtor Political Action Committee. That's basically our fundraising arm to support national as well as local legislation and legislators, to represent the interests of property rights and realtors in our industry. We've actually helped local state reps. I was the recipient when I ran for mayor of the city of Pacific. RPAC contributed some money to the campaign, as well as NAR's RPAC group sent out mailers and actually had people calling constituents in the city going, hey, get out and vote for Flannery. So, and for full disclosure, Amanda was my campaign manager and has been managing me ever since, and she didn't realize that was going to be the case. She didn't sign up for that.
You didn't. It just kind of happened.
It just kind of happened. But, so we have our float trip coming up here on the 27th. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going up to Blue Springs Ranch. You do get credit nationally with NAR for contributing to RPAC. And then it helps our numbers look good as a board of having more participation within RPAC. So
on that, we have about 40 people signed up, and I will need to know by today, this afternoon, if you want to go, because we're ordering boats and stuff today. So it's Thursday. If you need information on it, just give me a call or shoot me an email, because I will gladly sign you up.
And I can't speak for Blue Springs Ranch, but I do know that some of our members who come and participate bring their families and then make a weekend of it. Take an early weekend. So keep that in mind. If you do want to do that, call down the Blue Springs Ranch, see if you can reserve a cabin or a campsite. It makes the drive home afterwards a little closer if you stay. So, but yeah. So,
and then the day before is our broker breakfast with Molly.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And we will have a Zoom link for that as well. So if you really, truly are interested in learning more about RPAC and just figuring out what's going on with the board, shoot me an email and I will send out a link for Zoom on that. Especially if you're interested in nominating or getting in on the nominations.
Absolutely. All right. Did I miss any other of the events coming up?
July 31st, we have a blood drive at ServPro. We're partnering with ServPro. As of right now, I looked this morning, we have 17 people signed up. We need 24. So time slots still open are anywhere between 1:45 in the afternoon to 3 o'clock.
That's a really good cause, and hopefully we can get folks to come out more.
And the cool thing that they're doing, starting with our blood drive, well, I think they're doing it now, but is they're testing for COVID-19 antibodies. So you'll have your results back in 7 to 10 business days on your Red Cross app once you download that and put all your stuff in there. So I'm super excited to find out if I have the antibodies or not. I think that's pretty cool, and it's actually getting a lot more talk. So I think we've had some pretty good success so far when talking about it. We just have to get the word out there. And it is at ServPro, so you can't really get much cleaner than having a blood drive at ServPro. I feel real good about it. They're great people, so. And then we have bowling coming up in August 3rd. At Oasis Lanes. So yeah, Monday, August 3rd at Oasis Lanes here in Union. We only have 14 lanes this time. So I know last year we filled them up pretty quick. So if you would like a bowling team, it is $30 per bowler, 5-man team, $25 just to hang out. The cost includes your shoe rental, bowling 3 games, and dinner. So there'll be salad, pizza, wings, and soda. And then there is a cash bar there. So I think event-wise, that's really all we have coming up so far. Oh, Marist Day of Learning. Marist is putting on a Zoom meeting seminar to get a little more in detail with the Clear Co-op policy, Home Snap, and Remind. And that is going to be Monday, August 10th. It is free to members. You just have to register. I'll send the link out today in the newsletter. It'll be from 10 a.m. to noon with 2 fabulous Marist professionals. So especially if you're new, but even those people that have been around a while, a lot of the stuff is new. Clear Co-op has only been around for a couple months. So it'll be nice to be able to ask Jeff Bosch any questions we have when it comes to Clear Co-op.
You know, and I didn't have that on the list, but that's a good thing. You know, the Clear Cooperation policy has been, I know it's been a little bit of a change in the way we do business. You know, just on the reporting and how we have to input in the MLS and the different statuses. If you don't fully understand the Clear Cooperation policy, you know, definitely try to zoom into that, ask the questions of Jeff Bosch. Or, you know, I know Marist has updated their website with the FAQ page regarding the Clear Co-op. It's a lot easier to go through and educate yourself on it than it was leading up to now. So they keep tweaking it, which is good. And the other thing is, and I know we probably hate to do this as professionals, but if you see a listing in Marist and it's not adhering to the Clear Cooperation policy, or you know something, let Marist know, let compliance know. You know, it's not being mean or petty. It's policing our own, and that's what makes our industry great. Is we have the code of ethics, we have these standards of practice like the Clear Cooperation Agreement, and if we're not out there policing our own, we're just weakening our brand, and that's not fair to anybody with that realtor R behind their name on their business card. So it's just real simple. It stays anonymous. Just as a friendly tip, if you take a screenshot of something to send to Marist because it's violated, you think it's violating it, make sure there's no personal information on there, because they will probably share the screenshot, tell the person to come into compliance, and if your name is on there somewhere, you just dimed yourself out. But because it is anonymous normally, but it is good, and you know, it's I think more times than not, it's just other fellow agents. They just missed something. They haven't fully integrated the Clear Cooperation policy into their business plan. So it's really kind of a friendly reminder. And the people down in Marist are great. I even turned myself in. I called down to Debbie and turned myself in for something I did in Marist. So after they got done laughing at me, she took care of it and everything was fine. But, you know, they're not there to jam anybody up, but we do need to police our own. And so take that time, click that reported button, and they just send a friendly reminder out to our colleagues to say, hey, you need to look at this and correct it. So yeah, it's been interesting, the clear cooperation policy. If you guys have had any issues with it, you know, feel free to, you can message me or message the board and say, hey, I've run into this experience, you know, I've run into this issue with it, or I found it to be great, or whatever the case may be. Feedback is definitely important. So anything else on the events, Amanda? I think we got them all.
I think we got them all.
I got banquet on my list, so don't take that one.
No, I think that's it. We did hand out some money last week. The publicity committee handed out 2 $700 checks to Crawford and Gasconade, to Franklin and Gasconade County, and then Crawford is this week, right, Steph? I think so. Be on the lookout for those in the local newspapers. I did send them in already, and they're on our Facebook page and our public Facebook page.
Yeah. Hey, I don't mind yielding some time. Steph, you want to talk about that? That was from the school supplies, wasn't it? Or what was that?
Yes, actually, Rochelle probably has more of the info than I do. But yeah, that was for the school supplies. We went and we went to Herman on this past Thursday, and we were able to give them a check there. They were super excited. So yeah, they will be having their drive-through. So that's going to be kind of a parent drive-through line that will be coming up. So they said that the parents that, you know, or families that are in need are very thankful. So, and the same for Franklin County as well.
Cool. Right on. But that's great. And I know that's one thing I like about being part of our board is, you know, we're doing things in the community. It's not just all real estate. And I know with, you know, school supplies can be challenging for some families. And who knows what school is going to look like going forward this fall because of COVID-19 and everything. So yeah, that's just really awesome. And, you know, and I thank everybody who participated in that challenge that Amanda threw out there about raising money for school supplies. I mean, that was a much bigger outpouring of charity than what we expected. So that's awesome. So that's thanks to you, our members, for doing that and making this happen, that we can give money to all 3 counties.
Yeah, last year we gave $500 to Franklin County. This year we raised $2,100 and was able to give $700 to each county that we represent. So that's amazing.
Hey, I like the money drive a little better because, I mean, I don't know what kids need in school. I can only buy so many pencils and notebooks, but, you know, I think raising the money is good because then the school districts and the local folks can help that need a little more specifically than us just collecting a bunch of supplies and then having to schlep them somewhere so that they get to the kids. So.
Right. And this year, I have a feeling, I know Pacific is doing this. They had someone donate a bunch of money for school supplies. So the kids aren't allowed to bring backpacks to school right now. So they're keeping all of their school supplies. They're purchasing them and keeping them at the school for what everyone needs. And that way nothing is coming from the outside.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had 2 different donors and raised about $30,000 in Pacific. Oh, wow. So they're supplying all the school supplies for all of the schools in MVR3.
That's great.
After I already bulk ordered several things for my 5 children. That's okay. I'm not bitter.
They won't go to waste.
No, they sure won't. No, besides that, I think we're good to go. I'll be sending out a newsletter later today with all of the information on it and signups for all of the events that we have going on. Please make sure you look at it. And then just be on the lookout for the survey that Steve was talking about, because that will be coming out probably within the next couple of days.
Yeah, and so the last topic I have on my list here is COVID-19. You know, now I don't have anything prophetic to say about it. You know, I'm not looking at Anthony Fauci's Facebook page every day for updates or talking to whomever, but it is something that's serious. I know, politics aside, and it's real easy to make things political when it's a national deal, and there's an expert on this side saying A and an expert on the other side saying B, but just use some common sense, practice good hygiene, good social distancing. Don't get too wrapped up in hypes, but also don't think it's a joke. You never know who might have it, who you may come in contact with, if you may be asymptomatic, or whatever the case may be. But, you know, I know it's rough. We've had to adjust our business. I think we've been successful as realtors during the shutdown as well as this intermediate time. But I think there's still more to come. And the important thing is to stay positive, stay in communication with folks, and then do research on your own. Don't listen to the sound bites on the TV. You know, it's not hard to Google something to find out more information on it and make an informed decision. But it is something that we're going to have to deal with for a while, folks. But, you know, just stay positive, have a positive mental attitude, and, you know, we'll all get through it and we'll continue to be successful. And that being the case, I mean, if you find yourself sitting at home because of COVID more and more, you know, and you're starting to feel kind of down in the dumps, a little gloomy, that could be, you know, early signs of not only boredom, but possible depression. So reach out to a friend, try to get outside at least once a day, whatever that case may be, but, you know, keep track of your mental health. I know we as realtors do that via drinking, but if we're social distancing, we can't go to the bars, so then we can't have our therapy. So, you know, just keep those things in mind, and, you know, don't hesitate to reach out to somebody and talk with them. Or if you haven't heard from an agent in a while or a colleague, reach out to them and say, you know, just say, hey, was thinking about you, how you doing? And then if you guys are looking for anything, I do have a recommended reading book, Make Your Bed. It's not very big. You can see it's real thin, but it's by retired U.S. Admiral William H. McRaven. You may have seen his commencement speech that he gave. It's been on Facebook and the internet for probably at least 5 years, if not a little longer. But he took that speech into the book. It talks about little accomplishments. And the first one you should do every day is make your bed. It seems trivial, but that's the first thing you accomplish. And at the end of a long, hard day, who doesn't like coming home to a freshly made bed? You know, so there's my reading recommendation. There's another book I'd recommend, but we really don't, I can't say it over the public radio waves, but Amanda knows which book I'm talking about.
I mean, I may have given you a copy.
You did. So that's the COVID. Like I said, just stay positive. We'll get through this. Everything's good. And then finally, Banquet 2020. That's coming up in December. I'd have to look at my calendar, but I'm on my phone, so I can't look at my calendar. But
I think it's the 10th.
Is it the 10th or the 9th?
10th. 10th is a Thursday. It's the 10th.
Okay. It's December 10th. It's going to be held at Haw Valley in Pacific, Missouri. Going to get some folk. We're going to have a little party on that side of our borders. And it's a neat place, farm setting, great venue. But if for some reason we are unable to gather due to COVID, we'll come up with something just as cool, I hope. But, you know, kind of look forward to that. And that's when I will officially become I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sworn in as president and then getting ready for January 1, where that term would start. But it's a fun time. If you haven't been to one of our banquets, installation banquets, it's a lot of fun. The after parties are just as fun, and it's a good time. So
I think this year we might do a Casino Royale theme.
Yes. Now, I think that's awesome, and I'm not going to take credit for it because that's Amanda and Becky's kind of brainchild there, and I think that's fun. You know, and not that sitting around listening to people drone on for 3 hours is not fun, but I have a feeling that Casino Royale may be more fun. And we have the space for it there at the venue. So it's it's just going to be neat. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's near the venue's near and dear to my heart. I actually helped with some of the construction per se, but
And
more
it's
on
near
that
and
later.
dear to my home.
It is. Amanda can zip line over to it if we set one up.
It's literally my backyard.
So that's all I have. Appreciate you guys taking the time coming in today, zooming in, and I appreciate all of you zooming each week, getting that information out to everybody and being part of it. So thank you, and I really don't have anything else other than that. I'm just darn glad to be here, happy to be part of Franklin County Board of Realtors and to serve you, our members.
Awesome. Anybody else have anything to add? Okay,
No.
great. Well, happy
Okay.
Monday.
I do want to thank Corey for logging in. I see he's on the other screen, but John and Stephanie, I appreciate you guys too coming and joining us Zoom, and everybody on Facebook. So
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, remember, Thursday's the float trip. If you want to go, let me know today, and I will see you then, drink in hand.
sounds good. Peace.
All right. Have a great Monday.